Hi friends, welcome to Created by Knit. Today I'm going to be teaching you a tutorial on nail polish glass stones. And these glass stones can be used either for a piece of jewelry like a ring, or you can use it as a bracelet, or if you add a bezel to it, you can use it as a pendant for a necklace. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to need is Mosaic Gem Jumbos. In this case, I used the jumbo ones, and I bought these at Hobby Lobby. You can find them at the dollar store, and they come in different sizes and shapes. This is the bag that it comes in, and this is what they look like. They have a dome shape on the top and a flat back, so that makes it easy for us to work with. The next thing you're going to need is nail polishes. You can use any type of nail polish. For all these that you've seen, I've used Sally Hansen, Orly, I've used OPI, I have used LA Colors, so China Glaze. There are different types of nail enamels, so I've tried all of them just because I wanted to make sure that every type of nail polish that I own work with the project. If you have anything that you've used in the past and you don't think that you want to use it again as a nail polish for your nails, then I recommend you using these for this project. You will also need top coat or base coat. You will need sparkles, nail polish. It could be, I've used this one from Sally Hansen. It's called Disco Ball, and I've also used this one from Sally Hansen that's called Rock Candy. Or if you go to Sally's Beauty Supply, you can find these little Sally Girls polishes. They're only 99 cents if you don't want to spend a lot of money on the Sally Hansen ones. And you can buy, if you don't own polishes, you can buy any polish at the dollar store. Like I have LA Colors here. LA Colors has a lot of different colors. They're beautiful. And I've used all these for different projects. So you can buy these at the dollar store. It's just $1. So whatever your choice, whatever you prefer. Now, it's important that if you don't own one of the sparkle polishes, at least have a base coat or a top coat. The reason is, for this project, once you start working with the glass, let me show you what happens if you do not use, this is a glass, and if you put a clear on it, if you don't use a clear, the crackle will not show. This is the black crackle that I have, and this is the gray crackle. And when I say crackle, they're polishes that do the crackle effect. And the crackle effect looks like this. Okay. Any of these. Oops. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing you're going to do is when you go to the salon and you do your nails, the first thing they do is put a base coat, which is a clear coat. Then they put a color coat. And after that is when they use a crackle polish on the top. That's what makes this effect. Then on top of it, if you prefer, you can use some sparkles and then a top coat. So for the stone, for the jewelry stone, for this glass stone, what we're going to do is we're going to reverse that process. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use a top coat for this. In this case, I'm going to do a clear coat, and you can just dab it on there. There's no specific way of putting it on. Just put it on however you feel comfortable with. I'm going to move this to the side so I can have a little bit more space. You let it dry for maybe a few seconds, and you can then put the sparkle top on it. You can hold it right here. I am using the Rock Candy from Sally Hansen. And this just puts some sparkles on the rock. And you're not going to be able to see all those sparkles this moment at this time because it's just clear. This glass is just being cleared. So now, if you wait a couple of seconds, let that dry, you can start putting the crackle on it. And I am going to use this China glaze. You can't read it there, but it's a China glaze, and it's called Black Mesh. I found this at Sally Beauty Supply, also for $1.99. And depending on how big the cracks you want to show, if you want bigger cracks, let me show you what they look like. If you want something big like this, then you have to add a thick layer of crackle. If you add a thin layer of crackle, then this is what you get. So just play around with it. Just make it your own. Today I'm going to be doing maybe a thin layer of it because I want the crackle to come out, but I don't want it to be big chunks of crackle on it. And you might get some on your finger, and that's just fine. You can take that out with some acetone. It's not a big deal. But you have to let that dry. You're not going to be able to see the sparkle immediately from the back side, but if you flip it, I'm going to be showing you. See how fast that cracks? See all the cracks in it? So these cracks are going to be smaller. You can see that on the side because I did a thin layer of it. But if I had put a lot of it, then this would have been the type of crack you'd see. So I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to come back to it, and I'm going to use a polish for the top of it, and it's a polish of your preference. This has cracked to the point where in the back, you see it's getting matte, which means it's dried. There's some areas that are still wet, so you see that glossiness in it. You're not going to be able to see that from this side, but look how pretty that looks. See all the sparkle on it? And you see the crackle. Now you get to put whatever color of choice you want to on the back. And I think I am going to use this orange from Sally Hansen. It's an Insta-Dry, and it's called Heat Flash. And what you do is just grab the stone and just put the orange on top in no particular way. You can have fun while you do this. You can do this with your daughters or as a project for your own. It's sometimes some fun time. The only smell you're going to get is the smell from the nail polish. So if you think the smell is too strong, then open a window and just let the air circulate, because sometimes it can get too much. By the time you put the top coat, then you put the sparkle, all those polishes in combination, the smell gets too strong. So you might want to open a window or turn on the fan or do it on the outside. It's been a beautiful summer. So this is, I'm going to flip this one around. This is what you're going to get. But this one is still wet. So I'm going to put this one aside, and I'm going to show you another one that I've done already. And this is what your final product is going to look like. And again, you can use this as a ring, as a bracelet, or putting a bezel in the back. You can use it as a pendant on a necklace. I really hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and please subscribe, like, leave your comments. If you want to see a special project done with these rocks, then I'll be more than happy to do that. I am thinking of creating some rings with it and bracelets, And if you want to see the tutorial for the ring, please subscribe, and I'll be doing that shortly. I hope you enjoy and you have a blessed day. Bye-bye.